In this video, I'm going to show you how cycling can be improved with chiropractic. This is a video showing a treatment of a patient. This particular patient is the 2017 inductee of the Bicycling Hall of Fame. That's a very big deal. He's competed in a number of Olympics, the Pan America Games, a whole host of races in Europe, and really did well when he was younger. He's older now, but he's still riding bicycles and still really fast, surprisingly. So I hope you enjoy the video.
Okay.
So we have Tim here. So we're going to do, tell us about yourself. You were in the Olympics before I was even born.
Oh, okay, that makes me In fact, I have kids older than you.
I know.
Let's see, so I got in bike racing when I was 15 and a half, and then was quite fast, a lot of leg speed and everything. And so I went to 2 Olympic Games, 10th in '68 Olympics, and then 4th in World Championships, and bronze medal in the Pan Am Games, and then I had national championships and medals and things like that. But I got to a point and I said, I either have to stop this or I have to make money at it. You know, that life catches up with you.
Yeah.
So I packed my bags and had a one-way ticket to Paris, and lived and trained there for a little bit, and wound up in Ghent for another 6 months, and finally found a house in Rotterdam. And then I just got into various disciplines that I could to make money. And so eventually I wound up on 4 different teams, and 3 Dutch teams and then an English team, the Raleigh Bicycle Company. And that's when I got a monthly paycheck and I got all the perks and everything. But leading up to that was a lot of work over the 5 years, and getting into the publicity but I did get major contracts and European championships, and was in the finals and all those.
Back then was a big thing too.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was racing right next to Merckx and DeFlamek and Circuit and all those guys. I knew them, and we raced together, and 6-day races and criteriums, and you know, I look now back at some of the results and getting in the top 5 or 8 in a 100-kilometer Kermis, and right behind me was, you know, like Circuit or Merckx was right there.
Yeah.
You know, and I think my track experience and those criteria, my track experience allowed me to find the right wheel in the last couple of laps and work my way through it. You know, so that was fun. But eventually it catches up with you. I had made a pretty good living, and then, but I realized that was that. Unless I was going to be world champion, or if I had professional races in this country where the promoter can trade contracts with another promoter in another country, so then I'd get in more races.
Yeah.
So the writing was on the wall. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I had a great time. It stays with you all your life, you know. So. So
and he's still fast today.
Yeah, well.
Well, he's modest, but he's still fast.
Yeah. Sure. One thing I had during my cycling career was my left leg was always shorter.
You mentioned that,
Campanola makes a pedal you can get 5 millimeters taller. When I first started with a leather saddle, I'd have to change the saddles every year because the left side of the saddle would be caved down. Yeah. So then the plastic saddles came out, you know, and but I always had to work with that and to find the right seat height, and knew that one leg was robbing the other leg as far as the 360 degrees of the pedals go.
difference. So the legs straightened out.
Well, the thing I've noticed when I'm out is that the 360 degrees of the pedal stroke on both sides, and when you're out of adjustment or things weren't right or didn't warm up right, that if you didn't have the 360 degrees when you got tired, muscles start to not wanting to release, and then everything's out of alignment, and then you have this cascading effect that makes you even more tired. But when everything's all lined up and flexed and everything, then I could begin to bonk out or get tired, but I can just drop into the pedals with this continuous flow, even on both sides.
Very fluid
the
motion.
blood flows better, the wattages doesn't have to be there, I'm not tugging at it. I can release to get around the bottom of the stroke of the pedal.
Yeah.
A lot of guys, you can see when they start rocking on the saddle, something's out, and they're rocking on the saddle because they can't release the muscle to get around the bottom of the stroke of the pedal. And then they just start getting more tired and tired, dropping back. But you can see when somebody's in balance and they're in shape, of course. Even when there's a hard jam going on or you climbed a hard hill, afterwards you see they're able to relax and go with because the bicycle won't adjust to you.
No.
You know, you have to be ready for it. It is the right length on each side. And so you have to be able to flow with it, otherwise you can't recover. And then you're left with that when you go home. The soreness stiffens up even more. The next day you're even more out of balance, you know. So keeping that fluid on both sides and the length is what I was looking for.
Okay. All right. So hey.
All right.
We'll see how he does.
I'm gonna drop him on the next ride.
Yeah, he does anyway.
Yeah.